Greetings, everybody. This is Morning Eggnog. My name is James Font. With me, as always, Caleb Font.
Good morning, everybody, except it's not really morning.
Yeah, it's like, what time is it? It's 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah, 5 in the afternoon.
But today we are joined by a very special guest, Chase Cummings. Oh, and Tyler Ackerman.
Yeah.
What's up?
Of
Hi.
Cypress Spring, the...
Billboard charting artist.
Charting? Yeah.
International. I'm proud of that one.
Are you
So
are
am I,
international?
We played Mexico.
No.
I mean, that's international.
Yeah.
That works.
We're both international selling. That's the
You are international selling. So Chase Cummings,
Australia, dog.
you sell in
Hey, there
Australia?
you go.
That's awesome, dude.
You know what one of the most famous albums in Australia is?
What's up?
Michael Bublé's Christmas album.
Michael Bublé.
It's one of the most
Michael
famous
Bubble.
singers down. Yeah.
Did you know that we actually are an international podcast? We are listened to sometimes in the United Kingdom. I think once or twice from Australia, and a couple times from Canada.
From
Canada.
From Canada.
Awesome.
That was awesome.
So yeah, we're the same.
Basically, internationalist.
Better than us?
We're all equals here at this
Yes,
table.
definitely not at all. So Chase was gracious enough to land us this interview.
Yeah.
With half of the band of Cypress Spring. He used to be 1/3 of that. But I guess where do we want to start? Do we want to start with where you came into the band?
We can.
Let's start with
Whatever
that.
you want to do.
So the
Yeah.
band. So I did a tiny bit of research today, and the band started out with Kalen Miller and I don't
Paul Roach.
Roach. I didn't know how to spell Roach.
Yeah.
So Paul Roach, and they both are from Florida.
Yep.
So they're both from a small town, like 12,000 people in Florida. And how did you get affiliated with them?
I went to school with him, so I used to live in Florida.
Okay, so
Okay,
is that where
yeah.
you grew? Is that where you were born or grew up?
No, I was born in Bucyrus, Ohio,
Okay.
and then I lived there for 15 years and just moved back like 2 years ago
Okay.
up here. I
So-
went to school with them. They already had a band. I was doing my own solo thing, not country rap. Throwing that out there. Wasn't doing country rap. And they asked me to play bass for them, which I never played bass before, but I did. I was like, okay. So I started as a bass player, moved to guitar, and then I got an offer to sign with a record label. And they wanted me to stay with them, so they got me signed with them.
Cool.
Nice.
And you've been with them ever since.
Yep, 6 years.
6 years, loving every minute of it.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So what's your favorite city to go to? What's your most favorite city that you've toured into?
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. Why is that?
That's the only time we went to a strip club.
All right.
Not why
Elaborate.
I liked it. Not why I liked it, just so you know. They serve steaks there.
They sort of stay.
I went for the steak.
Very classy place. No, it was just
Was it good steak?
it was almost sold out. That was probably our first biggest show that we had as us headlining, and it was just a good time. And we've been back 2 other times.
Okay.
Was that the one where the bar fight happened?
Yeah, I got a video of that. I'll send that to you.
All right. So we have a bar fight video.
Cracked a beer bottle over the guy's head, and I got
Are
it
you-
on camera.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
And so Chase, you've how long have you been affiliated with, or how long have you known Cypress Spring?
3-4 years now, something like that.
Okay. And because you've been on their newest album,
American White Trash.
and you were on which song?
Anybody out there?
And how was that experience? Was it a different experience recording with them than it was with your own stuff?
I think I'm going to answer it all in one question. Awesome.
It was awesome.
It was way better. I'll answer for you. We're way better than Chase recording by himself.
Chase is just sitting at home with his phone. He's like, "Yeah, this is how I record. I record with my phone microphone."
It's pretty awesome, though.
He just calls his brothers, guys, I need some background singers over here.
You had it easy, dude.
I did.
On that song, you already had it wrote.
I did.
So literally, he had it wrote and it was done.
Really,
Nice.
that's amazing.
Yeah, we actually did that like the second time we met each other. We did like 3 songs together all in one go.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So you guys do a lot of writing together?
Especially as of recently.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. How many songs have you guys probably wrote in the last couple months or so, do you think?
an album,
An album?
12,
At
15
least.
songs,
At
That's
least.
awesome.
probably.
So what do you guys like about working with each other?
What do we not like?
Yeah, sure.
Stinks. No, I'm kidding. No, well, I mean, it's pretty
His
easy.
Teeth. I don't like his teeth.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I said, what do you like?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure is what I actually said. I think.
Why do
can write a
both of
song
you get
pretty fast.
along?
We write pretty fast.
Yeah.
We get good lunch.
We do.
There you go.
What's the best lunch you've gotten recently?
Chinese.
Chinese.
Every day. All day, every day.
You guys are Chinese guys.
Oh, dude.
All right, let's keep narrowing it down. What's your favorite Chinese dish?
Sesame chicken. White
General
rice.
Tso's.
White rice. That's controversial because
Not
I prefer
fried
fried rice.
Yep, everybody does.
I prefer noodles to
I
rice.
was gonna say I do
Ooh.
General Tso's with
Mhm.
chow mein. That's what I do
Oh,
now.
dude, that's
Chow
the way
mein's
to
so good.
go.
Awesome.
I love my
See, I like
noodles.
I just like how silly they break it down for us Americans. Like, this is orange chicken.
Orange.
It's orange.
There's
It's
orange
like,
peels on it.
what
Yeah.
is in this? It's orange.
Mm-hmm.
They make it simple.
Are we sure it's
Unlike the
chicken? though?
French.
Are we sure it's chicken?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't even care at this point.
That's
It's that good.
Neither do
It's
I.
pretty
It's
stinking
not
good.
about the meat. It's about the sauce.
We just you're no kidding.
Mhm.
See, I'm a sauce guy. My entire wife's family is not. They don't like sauce.
What?
They don't like sauce. Like they put they're also ketchup on chicken people.
Oh no.
Divorce.
Oh.
Sorry.
Please tell me
I
they
didn't
don't put
mean to
anything on
say
their
that out
steaks.
loud.
Ketchup with steak.
Did they put anything on their steaks?
Yeah.
Divorce. I'm just kidding.
Gosh, no. You don't put anything on a
Sorry.
steak. Okay, that's not real.
I
That's
put
not true.
A1 on a steak I got because it was so. I asked for medium and they burnt it.
Ah.
How?
I don't know. It might have been at a gas station.
Don't you?
Anyway.
Okay.
Okay, I have to admit, I have to go back on that a little bit because I had a horseradish sauce that went with a medium rare steak. You know, the steak was amazing by itself, but you dip that and it was just like just that
It
little
added
bit of
extra more
extra.
flavor.
Oh man, that was
I
so
like
good.
the ginger sauce at like the Japanese restaurants for your
Oh
steak.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like the
Mm.
ginger, whatever it is.
Okay, yeah, I gotta step back on that.
Yeah.
That
No,
sauce on
that-
the steak.
You can have. There are certain sauces you can put on the steak which enhance the flavor and don't just mask the flavor of the steak.
That is true. That is very true.
Ketchup is not one of them.
No,
No, ketchup is if you don't want to taste the steak.
or the fish sticks. That's usually
Ketchup with fish. See, how we always made homemade
tartar sauce.
tartar sauce.
Oh man,
Homemade tartar sauce.
I need to do that from now on. Just make homemade
Mayonnaise.
tartar sauce.
So, how do you guys work together? Because you work in a shop.
Most of the time.
What is the shop? Where is it? Do you want people to know where it is? Do you want
Yeah,
people to
we
come
would
to
love
it?
people
Yeah.
to know
All
where
right,
it is.
Come on in.
It's at 13833 US 33. Lakeview, Ohio is what the post office is. But if you want to actually get to the shop, you got to go to New Hampshire.
So, if you want to break into their post office box, do that.
But if you want to get into the actual building, it's New Hampshire. And it's that
Ohio.
easy. Oh, yeah. Oh, New
Phone
Hampshire,
number
Ohio.
419-780-1038.
38.
Oh,
And
wow.
why would they call you?
To rent something.
Okay.
We'll sign something.
Well, I don't
if
know what you
book
guys.
us.
That's why I was asking. I don't know what your shop is that you guys run together.
Oh.
We rent out heavy equipment,
okay,
skid loaders, tractors,
Sell clothes at the back.
excavators,
close up the back.
meat. We sell meat.
We sell quarters. We sell quarters. We don't sell meat. We sell quarters of meat.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Feed, fittings,
Fittings. Mm-hmm.
tools.
Like teeth or what?
We're dentist, undercover dentist.
Where if your insurance doesn't cover you.
If you
So
need-
basically, this is an old Western style
Yeah.
shop where
Yeah.
it's like get everything you need.
You got it.
exactly. Flashlights,
During
batteries.
the winter, we sell snowmobiles out the back along with the clothes.
All right.
True, it's all true. We do everything.
So I guess if you need something for anything, stop
us.
on by, give them a call, and they'll hook you up. But they also do music, so if you want to book them, call the same store and book them.
One
Or
of us,
something.
one
We're
of
not
us
there
is,
very much.
Oh,
one of us is bound to be there at some point. So
So if you need something, you need some heavy equipment signed or anything like that,
Yeah,
we
come
got
to these
you.
guys. We got you.
we sell Sharpie. We'll sign it if you buy the Sharpie.
we'll actually sign the Sharpie if you let us.
Wait, how does that work?
They buy two. Good job, dude. Yeah. Good job.
So that's a small little bit of history of Cypress Spring. But you, Tyler Ackerman, you are just recently a published author.
As of Friday,
As of Friday of what day is that?
March 20th.
Yeah, yesterday was 20th.
Yeah.
So you wrote a short story in When Valor Must Hold, which is a short. I'm assuming it's 15 books.
Yeah,
or
it's like-
15 short
Yeah,
stories
in one book.
in one book, and then the burnt balance of how do you is it Cur? Okay, I didn't know if it was going to be phonetic or
Yep.
not.
Balance of Cur.
Book 1. How many books are you hoping to get out of this?
3 out of the burnt.
Okay.
We're planning on doing a trilogy unless Warner Brothers picks it up, makes it a movie, and I'll make 20. and then we'll be millionaires.
There we go.
He's going Wheel of Time
That's
series
the idea.
plan.
Wheel of Time,
Yeah.
or
As of right now, we got three coming. So total.
and how far along are you on those?
The second one will release at the end of this year, so we'll release
Okay.
2 this year.
And then do we, I guess, give us your synopsis, not the Amazon synopsis, your synopsis of the book. How did you get, let's go back even further. How did you come up with the book?
All right, so we was on tour,
All right.
and
With Cypress Spring, I assume.
the other writer, we were actually out west. The other writer, which he's a well-known author already, he's got like a bunch of #1 books already, is our tour manager, and he was releasing like his second or third book at the time, and what was them books?
Salvage title.
Salvage Title, Salvage Fleet, and Salvage System.
Okay.
2 of them went #1. The other one went #2.
Those
So
were
it was-
sci.
That's really awesome.
Yeah,
Those were sci-fi books.
Yep. Military sci-fi.
Mm.
He was talking about his books, and I was like, dude, I got an idea for a book. And we just talked it through when we were out there 28 days or whatever it was. And then,
that's a lot of time that you can just
yeah.
dedicate. I mean, after you get done with the show and you're all packed up and you're just writing.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of times, it was just me and him driving. So, like, he'd sit up front while I drove, or I'd sit up front while he drove. So we just talked a lot. And
You're like, I know more things about this man.
I love him, dude. He's like, he's got my best interest in me, or my best interest in mind at all times. So I trust him with my life. But
Oh, that was
Good
loud.
Lord.
finger.
Varnho.
Yeah, we just kicked around the idea, and then it just happened.
So then what's the book about?
So
If anybody's interested in buying this book, you can
okay.
get it on Amazon. If you have a Kindle
I don't know
Unlimited, it's $4.99, and it's $14.99 if you want to buy
paperback,
a physical copy.
that's cheap. Cheap.
Cheap entertainment.
Yeah, don't go out and buy ice cream or something one day. Just buy the book,
Just save your Starbucks from
so
2
I
days.
can buy ice cream. You see what I'm saying?
You're trapped inside. You can't use Starbucks right now.
That is true. This is a great time to get this book.
Absolutely. While you're at it,
Um,
listen to all of our music too. That'd be great.
I think we should do a published audiobook version, so you read the book to us.
So we have a guy
Or you could
already
get
doing
Jimmy-
it.
You're already doing it?
Oh,
You're already
dang
doing
it. I was like, I
But
got a
see-
guy with a great voice who could probably do it for you.
But see, I want to do it with your voice.
with my voice. I can't read that well.
You can. You're like, I can write a book. I can't read.
Yeah.
Well, so what's the book about?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm just going to give you an easy way. If you like Harry Potter and Game of Thrones, get the book.
there you
Because
go.
that was my mentality. Was like,
So yeah, that
what's
was
2 big things right now that are over? They're not doing either one anymore. So
yeah.
going to be my second thing is what inspired the book, but I guess that answered that.
in my mind, I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but after I read it, that's what I was thinking of. There's magic in it, and there's like kingdom stuff.
Oh, I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of authors and stuff, they have their inspirations from somebody.
Everybody steals from everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing too original anymore, if that makes sense.
I didn't take anything from their stuff.
Oh,
was just
yeah.
the magic and the
You're
there's kings
inspired
and
by
stuff.
it.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
History stuff.
So you have those 2 upcoming books. When do we have a timeline on those?
They're out now.
I don't know. Really?
What, both of them? Are you talking about the ones that just released?
No,
The other ones?
the ones that are coming. Book 2 and 3.
Book 2 will come out at the end of this year, and then book 3 next year, probably
Okay.
early, about the same time this one did in March.
Okay.
Roughly, I don't know.
So what other projects do you have going on besides that?
We're working on a new album for the end
Alright.
of this year.
Do we have a name for it, or are we allowed to say that?
We don't have a name yet.
So if you have names, send them on Twitter or Facebook.
Yes.
I plan on doing. So we named the first album Denim. That was a song on the album. And then we named the second album American White Trash. And they went off of America, the song America, and White Trash. So hopefully we don't do a. I'm going to look back at this and be like, don't name the album songs off the album. I want to do something cooler. Like something that's just like
I think Corona.
window, Windex,
Just
Windex.
spray, or something.
Just
like
bleach.
anything.
Bleach and Windex.
Yeah.
And then
Wash
all
your
the
hands.
songs are about dirt
Yeah.
and dirt roads
Country rap. Roll Tide, dog.
and denim
This is-
and shooting your dog, or your
Oh
dog
my
died or
gosh.
lives.
This is going on the internet where all of your music is.
That's fine.
You're also going to be tagged in it.
Good.
I'm just saying.
I don't care.
Well, it's not
I
necessarily.
didn't say anything negative.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's not necessarily negative. He's just saying that country rap is about dirt.
That's what a lot of people talk about. Dirt, Daisy Dukes, moonshine, dirt.
All right, here's my other question for both of you, because I don't know if you guys have trucks. Do you both have trucks?
I got a work truck.
Okay,
Close enough.
I got a show truck, and
your show truck is phenomenal, and I want to ride in it.
you want to buy it?
No,
20,000.
By the way, if it's for sale, if you guys want to come look at it, 13833.
Nope.
He's got all kinds of things.
He's like, guys, I need this gone right now.
Hey guys, I got a wood chipper in the back.
Also, I think my dad's trying to sell. He has a barn full of this.
On top of that, the truck from Hillbilly State of Mind, the music video, if you guys haven't seen that, go look at that. That truck is for sale also.
If you buy it
At
today,
13833.
they can buy it today for
So-
$9,000.
So in the songs, I hear them talk about Chevys a lot.
That's what I drive.
Yeah.
That's
Is
what
the
you drive.
Chevy the superior truck to Ford, GMC,
Does it run?
Dodge?
Do you care?
Does it run?
Do we care?
I don't care.
We don't care.
If it
No.
runs, I don't care.
I don't care.
You
either.
guys are gonna get crucified because you're supposed to have an opinion here.
They won't fight us over it.
They'll fight each other over it. They're gonna just start this online brawl about what's the
fine.
best
Listen,
truck.
Listen,
fine.
a running Ford will beat a broke down Chevy, and a running Chevy will beat a broke down Ford. I don't know what to tell you.
And a Dodge,
It's just rusty.
It'll get you in
And a
Nashville.
Dodge is fine. I mean,
a Rusty, it'll drive.
It will.
Maybe.
Get you in Nashville back.
Dad's got a giant hole in his. It's like this big in the door. It still goes.
Yeah, gee whiz.
I'm like, Dad, you know you could fill that with like blow foam or something and make it look presentable.
Hey, haven't you seen those videos? You can put ramen noodle in it.
What?
I seen that, dude.
I've seen that too.
You've
There's
never seen the
like-
ramen noodle
put a
videos?
piece of paper
You've
over it,
never
too.
seen the ramen noodle
I've
videos?
never seen the ramen noodle videos.
We might take a pause, a time out here. And
All right,
show-
guys, we're gonna take a break and watch some
That'd be
videos on
fun.
ramen noodles.
Yes.
So, if you've never seen the videos of ramen noodles, people take, like, let's say a chair will have a broken arm. They will put a bunch of glue and then ramen noodles in it, and then chip
Not
the ramen
cooked.
noodles up, not cooked.
Oh, I figured.
Yeah.
And then they'll crush up the ramen noodles, put it in there, chip it off, and then like
Sand it.
and then spray paint it.
They basically make it into a wood filler. is what
Oh,
they
gotcha. Okay.
It's edible.
But they've done it with
do.
toilets.
You can just lick it.
Somebody's.
But they did it with a toilet. Did you guys see the toilet?
What? Okay,
did
I
see
would
that
not
one.
chew on
I
that.
didn't see that.
What are you chewing?
Just imagine.
Why are
if
you
they
guys
had
chewing on your
dog,
arms of your chairs?
Imagine if they had dogs or something. They just started eating the toilet.
You
Oh,
could
it'd be
totally
great.
mess with somebody though.
Beef flavored chair.
You could totally eat something random and just be like, "Hey, this looks delicious," and just start eating it.
I say there are those people that will take the seasoning packet and dump it on there just for effect. I don't know why they do it, but they do
Seasoned
it.
packet.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the best ramen? What's the best ramen noodle? Beef, shrimp, or chicken?
They all taste the same.
Yeah, that's pretty much the exact same thing.
It's all salt.
They're both wrong.
Chicken.
Chicken.
I like the spicy ones.
I honestly, I can't remember
Shin
the last
ramen.
time I've had
Shin.
ramen noodles.
Hmm?
I can't remember the last time I've had ramen
It's
noodles.
like you're healthy
They're
or
not
something.
that good.
No, I mean, and usually when I do eat them, I don't eat them with the packets because the packets are the worst thing you can possibly
guys
eat.
are
The
weird.
last time I ate ramen noodles was on tour. And I ate, we went through 6 boxes of them.
Oh my goodness.
You
I
can
got-
talk about
I
that.
got
I gotta
creative,
go
dude.
for a second.
I got creative. Where you
I gotta
going?
go.
Don't you worry about it.
I got creative
You got creative about your
with
ramen noodles
Oh,
because
dude.
you couldn't stand the same flavor over and over again
No,
every day.
I had a bag of sour cream and onion chips. This is the best one. Best ramen recipe ever.
All right, here we go.
Sour cream and onion chips. Crushed them up. Made them real, whatever.
Made 'em
Put
refined.
it in there. Beef jerky
Ooh.
and a cheese stick was chopped up. It was like
and
prison
no,
food.
and no,
I-
no, no flavor pack.
I
oh,
feel
we had
like-
flavor pack.
I feel
Okay.
like this is like a prison recipe.
it's definitely a prison recipe.
It was weird, man. I put beef jerky on peanut butter sandwiches. I
So
had pineapple on peanut butter sandwiches. Yeah,
that doesn't sound horrible.
it was actually really good.
I
Because
would
we've
be willing to try that one.
we've done that with one time we went to the woods. His dad owns the woods, and we went out there to have a campfire. We didn't bring any. We just brought hot dogs and buns, and everybody forgot condiments. But we had peanut butter for some reason. So we're like, all right, whatever. So we put peanut butter on the hot dog.
Good.
No.
No,
I'd try it.
I tried it. It was fine. It wasn't good.
it wasn't right.
I still
No.
do weird stuff. So I don't really buy ramen noodles anymore. I buy the Shin ramen, which is like the hot
Okay,
kind.
yeah.
It's like comes in a red thing.
Mm.
It's really spicy. I put sunflower seeds in it.
Ooh, there we go.
Some sour cream.
You gotta make it. You gotta add some more variety to it.
Yeah.
We talked about ramen for way too long.
Yeah.
You guys are more interesting than ramen.
I don't know.
That's my rap
Did you
name.
know there's actually
More interesting than ramen.
No, Little Ramen.
Little
Little
ramen.
what's that YouTube channel? What is it? Something by Ramen. There's a YouTube channel where it's like all punk rock and it's something by Ramen. I can't remember what it's called.
It's ramen.
I call it ramen noodles.
It looks
just so
like
you know.
ramen.
Everybody's saying ramen, but
I can't think of what it's called, but it's
You know what I'm
it's-
talking about?
Yeah.
Can't remember what it is. Anyways,
So Chase and Tyler, what is your writing? How do you write songs?
Go ahead. You go first.
Okay, what's the most recent song you wrote? How did you write it?
The Bluegrass. No, we just wrote a song called Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yours for you.
Okay,
Mhm.
so what's it about? How did you come up with it? Did you come up with a tune yet? Do you have a tune in mind? How do you do that? This is what I'm confused about.
So what
I
he's
don't know
saying
how this
is,
works.
do you like write the music first and then do lyrics, or is it just one of those things where it's just like, hey,
I am not an artist in any way, so this always confused me.
oh, he's got it.
oh,
Anyways,
and everybody's ears
The-
went, wait a second.
well, the way that I start everything is that I'll just have like a melody in my head at first, and then I'll just add a phrase, and if it fits, it's awesome. As in, like, it's not awesome, but it's awesome to me that I can continue to write. But that's basically how I start, and then after that, I just bring it to Tyler and have him do the rest of the work.
I usually start with like the chorus. That's what I usually start with. And then I'll do verses off of that.
Yeah.
But do you like get an idea of what you want the song to be about, or
I always
how
get
does that work?
so like I could show you a little something, a little secret.
Again, what you said was extremely vague, and it still doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, okay.
You said I have words, and then I add more words, and then I have a song.
Can't see that. I don't know if you can zoom in, but I'll get like a sentence in my head.
Yeah.
And then I
okay.
write it down. Like I wrote, when the song stops, where will you dance? I'm gonna write a song about that eventually, but I don't know.
That's trademarked. Y'all can't use that.
Yeah. I don't know. That like
And then
I just got like
so then you work off.
Oh yeah,
that.
there's like
Holy
our,
crap.
Our note sections are filled.
I was watching The Ranch the other day, and that's where I got that from,
Okay.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
or something. I don't
So you guys come up with like just something pops in your head, and you're like, oh, okay, now
Write
let's
down.
start building this.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah, exactly.
So you just kind of start with that foundational sentence, and then you start building around it and start putting more words to it and stuff. And then you're like, man, now what would this sound good with for like a melody? Is that
Mhm.
kind of how that works?
Yeah,
Sometimes, well, we kind of.
that's what I do.
Yeah,
I,
for him as
I
the-
literally just get a sentence and then just go off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Do it with a chorus, and then
for me, it's usually like chord progression first.
Mm.
Like if I have like I don't say anything, I don't write anything unless I have a melody in my head.
Mm.
If I have not even if it's like not even a bar. If I have a bar, then I'll write to it. But if I don't have a single thing, I can't write.
So is that why you guys kind of work well together? Because he kind of comes up with that musical feel, and then you're like, oh, hey, let's add some words to that, and that's why it clicks. You
Yeah.
think?
I like to write very fast too, man.
Mm.
Like, I want to write a song in an entire day. Like I don't want
And I take like 2 weeks.
I don't want to do that because like I don't know. I feel like if I'm like on a roll, I
Just
have to
words
get
or
it.
music too?
Both.
Everything.
Just
The
right
whole
then,
song. You're
right
gonna be
then.
done.
Yeah, I don't want to do it tomorrow. I
Mm.
want to do it now.
Well,
I like it.
somebody said that I think it was the guy from Cadillac 3, Jansen. What's
Chris,
his- Johnston. Jaron Johnston.
Jaron.
Johnston. He said that if you can't write a song within 3 hours, it was probably a song that was never meant to be wrote.
Mm.
And I kind of agree with that to a point.
To a point. And then I'm thinking like, how did the old guys do it? You know, back in the day,
Yeah.
like
How did they-
Bosch and all
Did they
them
really
guys.
write Bohemian Rhapsody in
No.
Oh, probably
in 3
not. No.
hours?
I think there was a lot of substances for that song. So they probably
No.
did write it in what they thought was 3 hours. In total, it was probably about 2 weeks.
2 days, 3 days.
Oh, yeah. We were actually talking about the Bohemian Rhapsody on the way down, and like who's actually done good versions of it. So, you said that.
Brendan Urie of Panic at the Disco.
Yeah, you said he did really good versions of it, and then
Mike Tyson
Mike Tyson.
What? He did a video?
off of The Hangover.
No, that wasn't Bohemian. Bohemian. That was
That was in the air tonight, Phil
Yeah.
Collins. Okay, my bad. False alarm.
Yeah. So yeah, we actually were having an argument about. I guess it wasn't really an argument. It was just
And then you said, I don't know who you said was better.
the lead singer from Down Here, or the band
said
that
he
used
sound-
to be.
He said,
Holy
it
crap,
sounds
that
almost
dude
exactly
sounds
like
like
him.
him. Yeah, you have to
Never
check him
heard
out.
it.
I can't remember his name, but he always sang his songs like him, and so he actually did. He sat down on the piano and did the whole thing. It was incredible.
that is beautiful. I'm sorry.
Thanks.
I got he like
It
go
can be a bartender.
directly to the brim. I was like, I'm pretty impressed. But anyways, I
Hey!
kinda,
I don't know why.
Anyways, I kind of
He's
You
just
okay, Caleb?
staring at me, and I'm staring at him. So I'm like, let's break this weird tension.
it's kind of weird that he was talking about the Bohemian Rhapsody thing with other people covering it.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that as of recently because when I was doing the FFA competitions, every other song was Hallelujah or
Uh-huh.
it was either Hallelujah or House of the Rising Sun.
Oh gosh. How
And
many?
I mean, I was so sick of hearing that song that I was like, y'all can play something else. You do realize that, right?
There's a lot of music out there you can choose from.
I'm not kidding. It was every other person sang one or two of those songs.
Like Hallelujah is a really good song.
Once.
Yeah.
Once.
Yeah.
By
but if
one
you
person
hear
who
it-
can sing it really well.
Yeah, and if you hear it 1,500 times in one setting, it gets kind of old.
Pentatonics killed it.
Oh, yes. Yes, they do.
That's not even a comparison.
Pentatonics kill a lot of songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead songs out there that they're like massacring songs as they go along.
Did you hear that? I can't remember the low guy's name.
I don't know their names.
Well, the low guy went by himself and started doing his own music. He did
Uh-huh.
a song called "I Feel a Change on the Rise." Dude, it is killer.
Nice.
Like I got chills when I heard it. It was insane. So if you're watching this, don't know if you are, but I would love to do music with you.
So who is, going back to music, who is your favorite person or guest singer you've ever had at Cypress Spring?
Me,
To-
I'll answer that.
Wow.
To work with.
Just jumped right in there.
Chase doesn't count.
Chase, shut up. Nobody wants to hear this.
How many guests?
You're gonna
how
hurt.
many- how many-
You're gonna hurt feelings.
I don't know, man. I don't.
Okay.
Give
How
your
about
top
this?
three.
Well, let's do this. What are some of the most most fun people that you've done songs with? Let's do that. So that way you don't have to try to narrow it down.
Who's the best and worst?
Oh.
I like. Obviously, I like everybody. If I didn't like them, they wouldn't be on our song.
Mm.
Funnest, like in the studio working together.
Yeah.
I mean, Chase, you're a good guy. I'm not picking you because you're sitting here though. Tommy Chain. Tommy Chain's on our label. He's one of my really good friends. So.
Nice.
I mean, Demon Jones, Craig Campbell, obviously they're great. We didn't sit down in the same studio
Yeah.
though.
Y'all was together
They're
for
on
the
the song.
video though.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun doing the video with them guys.
What
really
was
cool.
you? Okay, speaking of videos, what was your favorite video you've ever shot?
The one
They
that's
had-
not doing well. White Trash.
My
loved
trash
it.
is not doing well.
I mean, it's got 200,000. That's not doing well compared to everything else.
I was
Sorry.
gonna say I'm at
Sorry, dude.
60,000.
Sorry, dude.
And that's the one with you on it.
I'm just saying. I know, but I'm just saying, like, compared to everything else, that's not. That was my favorite video.
Because Way of Life, I didn't realize that Way of Life was like your first video on YouTube.
Mhm.
And then I did my tiny bit of research, which was it came out in July. Here I am. Let me pull this
4
up.
years
It came out.
ago.
It came out in July 2015,
Mhm.
and then a little over a year later, in 2016, it had 3 million views, which is a lot.
Yeah.
And now it has 30. Hang on, it has 30,900,956.
So you're-
900. So we'll be at 31
31.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
and it's incredible. I didn't realize.
It's about 25,000 a day. I think.
Really, that's awesome.
I think that's what.
So were those guys fun to work with as well?
I didn't work with them.
Oh, you didn't work.
No,
oh yeah,
I signed-
you weren't there yet.
Yeah, I come in. I mean, I was in the band. But I wasn't.
You were there. You just like weren't
I wasn't in the
completely
video.
involved.
I did forget.
Yeah.
You said you joined, but I can't remember what year.
It's right there,
Right then.
right around there,
Around
or before
15.
then. Yeah, right, somewhere around there. I don't remember.
I wasn't around either. I don't know.
I have no
You
idea.
weren't even born yet.
James was
Quite.
Chase was in middle school at that point.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, they played at my graduation. Like they played at the graduation party. That's how far back we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you talking about Cypress Spring, and I was like, I don't know who they are.
It's funny. I was actually planning on playing at your graduation party too, but I had a terrible sore throat.
I remember showing up.
Excuses.
Because I seriously, actually was a good thing because I had friends in low places and I had,
You gotta open that.
because that's the.
You right?
If you're watching the video, if you're not watching the video, Chase
Hold on.
didn't know how to pour iced tea.
It's Crown.
Oh,
This-
good lord.
Your
Sponsored
podcast
by
is
Crown.
Sponsored by Crown. Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer.
Oh.
95 calories and 2.6 carbs.
So I had friends in low places down, and then I had Dead or Alive.
I don't know. Why
I had both of those down
I
too.
love both them songs.
You
Yeah.
played both of them.
I do.
Yeah, so I had those down, and then I got a terrible sore throat. I'm like, dang it, because I was gonna do it. And then later on, you played with your band. You played Friends in Low Places. I'm like, probably a good thing I got sick.
See, I played Friends in Low Places the first show that I played with them,
Mm-hmm.
and I forgot like the second and third verse.
Oh, no.
Now
But
we do
luckily, there was a great drunk guy in the crowd that jumped up on the stage and started singing it, so it worked out.
That's why we play it
Yeah.
on our shows because
Because
they sing
everybody
it.
knows it.
Oh yeah, I don't even have to sing it if I don't want to.
No. All right, everybody, you guys get the second verse.
All right, we're gonna do Friends in Low Places.
Yeah,
Turn the
okay.
mic around.
I was so nervous. It was like the first time I played out of state. We was in Virginia,
Loved it.
and yeah, it was a great time. But I forgot half my words to every single song.
Well, that probably happens. You know, everybody gets that point where you like get on stage and you're like, yeah, and then you get to that second stage and you're like, oh crap.
I usually sing the first
Actually,
verse
exactly
again.
how it went.
What's that?
I'll sing the first verse again.
It's kind of rough when you're like the only one there, though. Like
know
I
what?
played acoustically. It's probably easier to do that with a band, but when you're the only guy and you like stutter, you're like, oh no.
First verse, same.
I think I legitimately went,
Oh gosh.
So, how did you guys get into this business in general? Did you guys always want to do it? We'll start with Tyler. But did you always want to be a singer?
Yeah, my dad played music pretty much my whole life, so just watching him, and then he got me my first guitar when I was like 8. So
Well, you started out in the adult film industry, right?
I did. Not. Yeah, at 8 years old.
I think that's illegal.
Yeah, it was in
It
China.
was a short
It was
film.
in China.
I don't like anything of what we're talking about right now. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
No,
don't be sorry.
yeah, I've always wanted to do it. I wanted to be a cop, but that's music safer.
Music.
You're a lot poorer, but it's okay.
You're a lot more poor, but
Yeah, way poorer.
and when you're starting out, that's with anything. I'm technically poor with this podcast.
Well, tell them about the story that you were basically a cop when you chased the guy down.
The day we found out my wife was pregnant with my first kid.
Tell the story.
We were leaving.
was a cool-
I like
Cool
that story.
story.
Good
we
story.
were leaving my parents' house from telling them, and my cousin had just moved in with me, 16 years old. He was making bad decisions or whatever, but I became his legal guardian, and he was with me 2 weeks. So we went anyway. Long story short, we went in to tell my parents that I was having a baby. They were super excited. We were leaving, and I seen a guy running out of a gas station, and I was no longer law enforcement at this time, by the way. So like, I seen him running out of a gas station. He was barefooted, and he went down a road called Laurie Avenue. So I was like, that just didn't look right to me. So I pulled the car down there, and he ducked off.
She's in the car with you.
Oh yeah, she's in the front seat. Her friend's in the back seat. My cousin's in the back seat. And I pulled down there and I parked and I stopped for a minute and I seen him go back behind this.
Rolls down the window. Whoop, whoop.
Nah, mechanics. He was running, dude. Mechanics. He went behind this mechanic building. They were working on trucks and no offense, but the cop was old. Okay, he pulled up in a truck by himself, and this was a big white dude. You know, he's running for something. So I was like, okay, I seen you looking for somebody. He's like, yeah, and I was like, he went behind there. I was like, I'm gonna get out with you. So I got out of the car. I said, lock the doors. Get in the driver's seat. If you see anybody coming, just leave. Just drive away. It's not a big a deal. Just drive away. My cousin got out with me. So we're walking around behind this place in people's backyards or whatever in Panama City Beach. And they were looking for him, couldn't find him. Another cop came up, a much fit, big, probably would have squashed me. Cop came up, and they were like, I don't know, maybe 100 yards away from us. I could see him over there, and the guy bolted from underneath a shed, jumping fence. So I jumped fence after fence after fence and ran and caught this guy in a storage unit place. There was an old guy in there, and all his stuff was out of a storage unit, and he tried to steal the guy's bicycle to get away, which he would definitely would have got away. And the guy
You can't run as fast as a bicycle?
Oh no.
That would have been a really funny high speed pursuit.
The, guy,
though.
the old guy kick punched him, dude. It was like a kick and a punch. He looked like the letter K. Kick punched him, and the guy just put his hands up and come walking towards me, and I just lightly placed him on the ground.
Lightly. Very gently.
And just held him there for a good 30 seconds before the cops finally got there. And I put him under arrest, and they asked me what my name was, and I said, have a good day.
I do not want to be involved with this.
I cut my arm really bad on a fence. I don't remember where it was at, which hand it was on. Oh, right here. Can't really see it. But I was like bleeding everywhere.
Oh,
So
wow.
how many years were you in law enforcement?
4.5.
4.5 years. So were you like sheriff or was it police
Oh, no.
department?
It was so I worked for the state. Just for the state.
You ran K9.
A little bit of K9.
Canines. I always
just a
think
beat
canine
cop?
sounds so cool.
I wasn't a cop. I worked for the state. So
Oh, you said that. I didn't understand.
I was FDLE certified, but I didn't have the defensive driving,
Mm.
so I was not. I was planning on being a cop, but I didn't. I ended up quitting and doing something else.
Then you got in music, and you're
Broke.
Broke. And you're broke. Okay.
soon to be making so much freaking money you don't know what to do with, right?
That's the plan. That's
Yeah,
why I
because
just
you're going on
continue to do
tour
it.
here soon, right?
And do we have books? Do we have tour dates?
Oh yeah,
And where are we going? Do you want to pull them up?
we got April 18th. We'll be in Lombard, Illinois.
Tell them who you're playing with.
We got Adam Calhoun War Tour with us and a guy named Mises, one of his good buddies. They grew up together. Lombard, Illinois, April 18th. And then Bucyrus, Ohio, April 25th,
How far is
Chase
that
will be
from
there.
here?
an hour. Chase will be playing. We got the guy I talked about earlier, Tommy Chain, will be playing with us.
Maybe we'll be there.
I'm a chain.
Maybe I can crowd surf.
Oh, yes.
That would be
Probably,
awesome.
you probably can, dude.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it'll
The
be.
last concert I went to, I almost bit my tongue in half because someone tried to do a front flip and kick me in the back of the head.
Tell them about the last concert you went to. Corn.
Oh, it's awesome, dude. Loved it.
He got his
I
first
forgot about
mosh
him,
pit.
dude.
Oh
I
That was
forgot
god.
your
about
first
him.
mosh pit?
Yeah, last too.
Yeah.
Definitely last.
Yeah, that would be a really bad one to start with.
I was,
Corn
like, let's
concert.
go. So, dude, he was probably one of my favorite artists to work with, by the way. The drummer from Korn, Ray Luzier.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't think of him.
It's all right.
Yeah, he's
Now you are, so it's
Yeah.
good, all good.
he's he's so humble, dude. Like a normal guy, and you wouldn't think that after.
Because Korn is humongous,
Huge.
and you would think that they would.
They sell out arenas, dude. Like,
He's so
Yeah.
humble. He follows me on Instagram now.
No,
That's crazy.
That's awesome, dude.
dude, he hit me up and said he was coming to Ohio to play, and if I was home, he's got me tickets.
No, that's
so
sweet.
he got me, my
That's so
dad, my
cool.
brother, and another guy that my dad was with. He got a ticket when we got there.
Did
He
you
bought
get
a
VIP
ticket.
tickets?
Dude, it was past that. The people that was running the place didn't even know what they were.
Oh, that's
They were
so
like, I don't know
cool.
what this means, and I was like, hang on a second.
Are these God tickets?
I could go anywhere without an escort in the entire building.
Whoa.
Go down in their dressing rooms and everything, wherever I wanted to go, without anybody telling me no.
That is crazy.
And tell him who was playing there.
That's so
also.
cool.
Breaking Benjamin.
Oh, I'm jealous,
Dude, and
Oh
that-
wait, where
they were
was
awesome.
this?
That was in the Schottenstein Center,
Columbus.
Columbus.
I was gonna go to
April, January 31st.
I was gonna go to the one in Michigan because it's closer technically.
Mhm.
I was gonna go to that one.
That was like
'cause it was
2
only-
days before.
It was only like $60 or something. It was
I don't
relatively
even
cheap,
know.
but we would have been like nosebleeds.
Who cares?
Yeah.
At that point, who cares?
Yeah.
Music's loud enough. You're fine.
Greetings, everyone. This is James from the future, editing the podcast. For some reason, the audio started doing this
Yes.
with the asterisk on the back.
Yes.
Oh goodness! And I was unable to save the rest of this podcast. I just want to thank Tyler Ackerman and Chase Cummings for being on the podcast. It was a treat having them. Be sure to check out their music on Spotify and iTunes. Cypress Spring and Chase Cummings Music. Check the link in the description to see if they are coming to a town near you. Also be sure to check out Tyler's new book, Burnt, A Balance of Cur, Book 1, and also he has a short story in When Valor Must Hold. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to keep up with what's going on. If you have a topic you'd like us to cover, a green screen suggestion, or if you want to be on the podcast, you can email us at morningeggnog@gmail.com. You can listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and PodBean, and you can watch us on YouTube, James Fox Podcast. Thanks so much for listening, and have a wonderful morning, noon, or night.